In every province and city-state of the Empire, there are the state troops, equipped and maintained by their county or city. These men come from all walks of life, using spears, swords, shields, and more to defend their land and the Emperor. Each man wears colors and regalia befitting their home to represent and to be proud of where they came from. And these same fellows are professional, full-time soldiers. They fight the wars, guard the cities, enforce the law, and even put out the fires. The Empire has a spine, and it's made up of the state troops. Many of Markus's fine archers and huntsmen come from the northern provinces of the Empire. Their woods are filled with all sorts of awful and challenging creatures to hunt. Elsewhere, the ranks are filled in with swordsmen, spears, and halberds from the ends of Averland to the cities of Wisseland, all coming to fight together for a cause greater than themselves. It is these regimented, Sigmar-fearing men who will watch today. A commander like Wulfhart is nothing without the valor of these fine folk. This part is dedicated to them as they face down the tides of Lizardmen assailing our borders. We fight our most challenging battles today, and hopefully, Sigmar willing, we will survive. I was going to attack Mazdamundi's army again at the floating pyramid. They foiled my ambush and I could have beaten the two of them, but I realized right then and there I need to get back over to my fort. Gorrock is on his way. And if I go up to level 5 for hostility, another army will spawn right in. Then I'll need to fight two armies, and they are getting stronger. I have a feeling that as we get more acclaim, they'll become more difficult to fight. So for now, we'll get Markus to come out to defend Fort Westward. There's a lot I can do even if I'm not fighting Mazdamundi, but for now, Roderick, why don't you take Blade Shield? I want to make sure that in combat you can stand there for a long period of time without getting punched in the face. Ethan, before I move you, I wonder, can we have a peace treaty? They nearly want one. Maybe if I pay them a little bit of gold. Okay, they don't quite want one. I bet if I had beaten their army, they would have been all down for it. Alright, you just don't want a peace treaty. That's fine. Let them take what they want. Instead, I'm going to move down Ethan Strider. We'll spawn in that other army eventually. I don't really have the means to do so right now. You'll come over here to the causeway. Now things are stable. Let's build up those basic walls. We need to defend that area. Whatever we lose, we'll just reconquer it later. Dawn Call is really what I want to keep when it comes to other locations. Well, I'll just deal with it. But before I spawn in a new army, I want to take care of Gorrock. And here we go. Basic walls over at Fort Westward. I need that too. Do we have gold for more buildings? We do. But I would like to wait for a tap room. The gods are angry. Now, what would be weird for me is if the gods weren't angry with me. We'll take a tribute. Providing a break for my people. Pirates are stealing plunder again. Okay, well, that won't be difficult to help out. I don't want my hostility level to go up. That would be bad for me right now. Instead, why don't we pick up over here more expensive units? I'm not here to actually recruit more. Cut military budget. There we are. Yeah, I've already read through that event, so I'm not going to do it again. Markus Wulfhart. Can you make it? You can. Can you make it by moving? You can. Okay, good. Now, I would love to ambush Gorrock. If we can ambush Gorrock, we can get Gorrock.
Markus Wulfhart.
Okay, Jorg Grimm. What do you have that I want? Resolute? No way. Why would I want to give you charge? You shouldn't be charging into combat anyway. I'll probably give him more range later, personally, and we'll want more missile damage too, but for now, let's pick up Ballistics Instructor. The range for my units has gone up, so now my huntsmen have a range of 168.
Markus Wulfhart.
I don't have the movement to actually ambush, and that's okay. We can just wait over here in Fort Westward. If he wants to come fight me, let him do so. I'll get him in a bit. He's got a feral Dread Saurian, but more importantly, he's got an Engine of the Gods. That has over here the Burning Alignment. It deals a lot of damage. I'll have to bring that down. Are they all unbreakable? They are. Oh, I'm really glad I don't have to fight two of your armies. If I did, I would be done for. Fighting two unbreakable high-tier Lizardmen armies? Oh, man. What a challenge.
Okay.
Oh, you're lucky I can't go conquer your lands right now. After I beat Gore Rock, we'll trigger our level 5 event. We'll defeat the other army, then we can come back up here and finish off you-know-who. Master Mundi. Alright, I would like to build that guardhouse. I don't have the gold for it yet. I'll have to wait until I win a battle, which will not take long. Here they come now. They've got an ancient stegodon. The engine of the gods is no joke. That beam could shoot out at any moment and eradicate hundreds of our men. Clearly, in the very beginning, I've got one goal: to destroy Cold Ones, to break open these Cold Ones right over here. You can see what we have placed in our vanguard: our 2 war wagons and our 2 favorite leaders who work very closely together all the time, Cholera and Markus Wulfhart. For their army, they've got 2 groups of Cold Ones, many cohorts, and SARS warriors, 2 advancing right behind them. I'm attempting to get rid of one group of them right now while taking a few pot shots at their ancient stegodon. My formation is way over here on the hill. You can see where I'm at right now. We've got the delivery boys, my mortar crew right there on the right flank. I've got a pretty tight formation. It's meant to protect all of my ranged units. And we have our garrison now moving in to help out. So you know where everything's at. You know what we're doing. And here comes a Dread Saurian. Again, another net ability attempting to keep these enemies of ours immobilized. Here comes a Dread Saurian, though. That's a problem. How big of a problem? A huge problem. A dreadful problem. So while that's coming in, let's take another look out here. Here comes a beam. A really awful beam. Imagine coming to a new land. That's what you find. A damn magical beam from the heavens eradicating you. If you don't believe in the gods, you can believe in that. Here comes the ancient stegodon. It's now time to start focusing volleys on that target. He just paused and charged right into our poor swordsmen. Halberds are close by. They're the ones who are meant to fight it. They're going to be helping us hold against it. That Dread Saurian is pretty beat up right now. It's already been messed up pretty bad. So why has it been messed up so bad? I've got huntsmen. Huntsmen are incredibly good at taking down these larger creatures. So they did. That final shot from Markus landing on many of our men, but we have now slain that Dread Saurian. Now it's time for us to focus on other targets. So if we go out over here on the left flank, our reinforcements are holding back against many of their soldiers. So I'm not having to worry about as much on my own lines. Close by, Cholera is fighting. We've got their leader, Gore Rock, that great white lizard, facing down with Cholera. Can't believe he came all the way out here. That's a shame. Jork has been close by, just taking a few pot shots when he's able to, but he's really here to help us out. Now see, there's a reason why I'm not chasing after their units and only taking attacks right now. That is because if I try to chase them, they'll just run away. They're skirmishers and they're faster than my units. Over here, we've got Roderick Langui, who never really seems to deal a lot of damage, but he does at least seem to have a hard head. He's been in the midst of all these units allowing me to shoot at them. That ancient stegodon did not last for too long. It was right over here. It was taken down soon after. By who? My Drakewald's patrol. They're at 119 for kills and only going up. They're one of my highest damaging groups. They're able to output so much damage. It's just really impressive. We've already annihilated some more Saurus warriors. Further down, we're using artillery to keep other enemies back. And we're using our volleys to destroy what's left of their infantry units and their skinks too. They're chameleon skinks at that. It's over here where you can see that the battle's taking a bit of time. So will that shot land? I suppose we can find out. Gorok is at 34. Oh, hold on. A little bit lower then. It wasn't a clear location for us to take a shot, but we could still try it out. Let's find out if we're actually going to deal a lot of damage to him. I don't think it actually landed. It may have hit someone else. But, again, it can be a difficult shot to land on smaller targets. If it's a Dread Saurian, it's one thing. If it's Gorok, he's going to end up doing that. And that's who we need to worry about right now. It's over here where the spearmen are trying to hold for Markus Wulfhart. They're from the garrison, and everyone wants to impress Markus Wulfhart. Who wouldn't want to? Maybe those who want to live. I'm not sure. My discount handsome cab at 25 kills, not too many. My crossbows have actually been a great help. They've got a nice range. We've got a nice range too due to all of our increases. And right now it's time for Markus to go after Gorrock. Hopefully not hitting too many of our own units again. Come on. He's like, alright, if I gotta pull out my blade. I like how that attack just knocked down 2 of our own soldiers. And Gorrock is pretty fancy with how he likes to maneuver around. There's a hit. He's only at 1500 health. Every other part of our formation is safe. We're just letting them rest up. I'm bringing over a few of my other range units. These guys, like my trackers, 100 kills. Where's my other huntsman at? The Red Murder, 130. So now it's just really a duel between these two. And Gorrock is not giving it up. That guy, he got sent flying. He kind of got involved in a fight he wasn't meant to. And it's over. Very dramatic, Gorrock. Very dramatic. Here's another net ability, allowing us to move units out if we so choose to. Roderick of Langi is close by at 21 kills, or was it 27? Markus has 21, Roderick is 27 and now growing. Here comes a nice hit over here, hitting some of these other Saur spears that have been killing these poor spearmen. We've got our cabs right behind them. You know, we're all about giving a good lift. Look at my Drakwold's patrol, 215 for kills. These guys here, they are exceptional. They just have such a fast firing rate. They deal so much armor-piercing damage. I wish I had more of them. If I could have anything, I would just have a bunch of crazy guys with blades and guns, and I would call it a day. You can see what's happening to these forces over here. Just a hard-hitting group of ranged, damaging units that are just hunting them down, whether it's my cabs or my patrol. Doesn't really matter who. I think we've gotten them all, but what? This small pocket. They're unbreakable. That's what they are. That's who they are. But now we've won. We beat Gorrock. That's one enemy gone now. 1900 gold, even though he's still eating pizza. We'll deal with him again later. Give me that 2000 gold. That's a lot of gold. Alright. Movable mountain. Now we get expert charge defense. That's a really good trait to pick up. We don't have to worry about people charging Markus and getting that charge bonus off on him. Plus 4 to leadership too. Not all mountains are immovable. Locate its weakness, its fault line, and turn the crack into a yawning chasm. I don't want to talk about Gorrock's crack, right? Potion of healing. Hey, not bad. Let's give it to my paladin. You do cause fear and terror, and that's great and all, but there's your light college acolyte. Here's your hunter. I get to wait here now for a turn. Okay, rank 17. What are we going to do for you? Give you slippery so that you can actually defend in battle. Now, what I could do while I'm here, I could upgrade Fort Westward. I do want to do that. I need a bigger garrison so that I can actually defend it with a minimal group. And Markus Wulfhart will now begin to move back over here. We've got to go help out Fort Dawn Call. I don't know if we'll make it in time. We'll try to. If we don't, hey, I'll figure it out later. What about over here at Maku Peaks? Well, if I attack right away, the only issue is, again, that they will begin to rebel. So what could we do in the interim? We could just let him come over here and raid in their lands, the Vampire Coast lands. That way we can complete another mission. Then later, what we could do too, to search ruins, we could just search over here as I rebuild all these locations to the west. So we'll be able to finish that mission. The only one that we haven't been able to really work on is locational, and that's for Roderick. I need timber. That I do. I'll have to start looking for it. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I'm not here to like only get that on its own. Well, I do have Hunter's Bastion, and I do have the High Sentinel. So now I just need those unique building trees up here. Okay, Hunter's Bastion. You've got a lot of public order. Let's destroy that tap room. The High Sentinel. You don't need that rally field, that we can work on his mission too. We're working on every goal all at the same time. No confusion at all. Alright, so while we're out over here in the mirror pool of Tapak, I could use more money, really. I mean, money's what I want, so we'll take the money. 2 turns for it. The other idea is that I get paved roads. Paved roads are actually really good when I think about it, just because I need that extra movement whenever I'm traveling to the north. Yeah, so we'll do that for now. If I need to change it later, then I'll change it to something else, like maybe that guild. Captain General, let's get a move on. Now, if I should be able to do that just fine. There we go. We're now raiding in their lands. It should take a turn. Then we'll be able to continue on with our missions. We're still at level 4. Oh, look at that. Look who came by. I wish I could make it to you with my standard movement, but I cannot. But thankfully, I can make it right to him. Oh, it's you again. Mazdamundi's back. Okay, you've got your wizard and another Scar veteran. All right, we'll get them in just a moment. Before I worry about anything else, I need to look at who's unhappy and what I could do to absolve that issue. So over here, we've got some unhappiness. I don't need another witch hunter. They're neat, but I don't need one. New Marienburg, you're very unhappy. I'm trying to work on you too. Don't worry. Is anyone about to rebel? That's a good question. Let's see. No, we're fine. Everywhere. Yeah, we're doing okay. Here is my iron mining pit. And after I win that battle, maybe I can work on getting that timber. Haha. All right.
Fight for our nation.
I could attack now, or I could let him move back. Let's have a look. What are we going to do about him? Training, scouting. You've got more strength. So you're going to hit really hard. You have a lot of skinks. Let's go beat him. Let's beat him right now. That way we can begin to move back later to go handle that other army whenever I get to level 5 hostility. The heroes come marching out now. Cholera, Hertwig, Grimm, Roderick, Markus Wulfhart. Everyone is setting forth to attack a dreadful enemy. The Lizardmen, our delivery boys, are already on time. They always have been and they always will be. We have a small garrison that's holding out to the left. They're currently dealing with many ripperdactyls. It's a age-old tale of ripperdactyls ripping a new one for my poor units. Over here is what we really need to worry about. Lord Mazdamundi and his many minions beneath him. That old toad is floating on by.
Oh God, I heard you have steak.
Listen, we're not feeding you.
Yes, sure will.
Okay, the big toad. We're gonna have to take care of him. There we go, using a prey of Anathema from our Waystalker to immobilize them so that we can shoot them. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing right now. So here we go, fighting these ripperdactyls. We have a few other units too, like this skink cohort. We've got more units coming in, more sword spears, and we're just trying to shoot these ripperdactyls down. They're very good anti-infantry units. They can entangle your range units and you just have a bad day. Here comes all of my infantry. We're getting all of my huntsmen and archers behind them ready. My cabs on the right flank are currently just taking some pot shots. My heroes are all moving out to the front now, while we still try to maintain some shots on these ripperdactyls who are still annoying us. We've got immobilizing spells to use, so they're kind of in trouble anyway. Here comes now some of my Imperial soldiers charging into the fray. Our expedition today is going to win. It's not time for a loss. It's only time for winning, isn't that right, Roderick? He's like, let me hit him with my sword. There's a few shots being made onto the large, bulky, bulbous, ever-expanding frame of Mazdamundi. Swear to God, he gains 100 pounds every time we see him. Big old fat toad. All right. He's taking only some damage, though. He's just kind of floating around doing his own thing. We've got some more units moving towards us, and we have a wizard. That wizard... Screw that wizard in particular. So here's what's going to happen to that wizard. We're going to hit it with a lot of arrows, while we're also hitting all these other warriors, too, with a lot of arrows. Jorek Grimm is able to expand their damage so very much so. I mean, look at my Lustrian trackers at 67 missile damage. My Bamberg Freikorps, I stand a group of archers, 41 damage, immune to psychology, too, which is why we've been able to hold against such terrible creatures. Over on the left flank, we can see right now that my Saurus warriors, well, they're dead Saurus warriors. I say my because I own everything on this map, including them. These spearmen, they're not going to be able to win the fight. We've got some crossbows who are still trying to get rid of these other ripperdactyls. I think it's finally done for. Here's one skink cohort at 5 kills. They can actually get a lot of kills if you get them in the right location. So it's time for my delivery boys to deliver over here, I think, and hit these units. Jorek Grimm is holding out on his own. He's already used his buffs on my range units that were there briefly. These Blessed Temple Guards, they're at a weapon strength of 48, a charge bonus of 28, and a melee defense of 49. So they're very strong. They know how to fight, and they're far better than any of my infantry units. But Again, we're not here to really weigh things on their own merits. We're here to weigh it as a collective, synergistic force. Shots flying by. Skinks getting shot. That's what I call a good day. There's Roderick Langui at 22 kills, fighting in the middle of it. Mazdamundi's in really bad shape right now. The big boy's been way too busy. He's moving away. Will he make it?
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, he wasn't kidding. He had to get out of here. Wow. So he's been wounded. And now we've got more of our mortars just landing right in the midst of all these other units. While Jorik took a lot of damage. He's used entrenchment on himself to give him that 22% physical resistance, negating almost a full quarter of the enemy's damage. Not quite there, 3% off. Markus is only 16 kills. He's got 1,200 missile damage, though. When a guy hits, he hits like a truck. Here's a Scarred veteran close by and a large group of Blessed Temple guards. But right now, we're trying to focus on this group that's around Jorik Grimm. Jorik's only at 7 kills. He doesn't really do a lot of damage. I really feel like they should have some manner of like shotgun. It would be cool if they had instead an option of changing their weapons. I think for them, that would be pretty darn cool. Like a flamethrower. But now we've won the battle. We've broken them all. They're all fleeing, so we're just going to give chase and shoot down those who are getting the hell out of here. Getting the hell out of Chotek. Goodbye, Mazdamundi. You didn't really have much of a chance. I mean, you're way too weak, and we're way too strong. We'll take the gold because, of course, we could use more gold. As long as my hostility does not go up to 5, I'm doing just fine. I'd love to have a... Oh, nope, it happened. Okay, we'll need to rush back now. A Razor standard for more armor-piercing damage. We've unlocked the Regiment of Renown, and we now have more supplies ready too. For now, we're going to pick up Advanced Infantry Reinforcements in case I do need more infantry. I usually lose a lot more of those because of the enhanced enemy weapon strength. The Sunmaker Hailstorm Rocket Battery, very nice. Condemned that I am. They gave me 2 additional handgunners and 1 group of halberdiers. There's all of my supplies. Now about that first one. Black Lions, War Wagon, Hellblaster. Do not be deceived, for the rampant lion's bite is immeasurably worse than its fearsome roar. Might give it over to Ethan. Alright, so we won. But now we just need to rush on back to westward. I can be there in, what, 3 turns? Shoot. That is a very long time. We could lose our fort. Okay. Down here, I need a woodman's hut. We'll complete that mission for our master dwarf. And now we can end our turn right after we look at Markus Wulfhart. So, Markus Wulfhart, you do not have Hunter's Trap yet. You need, what, 1 more level? I'll give you Blade Master. He's got a very high chance to hit his foes in combat. A melee attack of 76. Then we have Roderick of Langui. We'll give him Deadly Onslaught. It's a great buff for his charge bonus, for his armor piercing damage, and his weapon damage. Okay, he's got 50T for charge, and he's got a charge bonus of 36%. That's really high, so whenever he charges in, you know people will die. Way over here. I would love to go pick that up, but for now I need a guardhouse. I'll get that landmark later. I'm not having to worry about attrition or, you know, corruption. But now we can end our turn and find out what we can do. We're about to finish some missions too, which I'm very excited about. After that, we'll move back down here with Ethan, and Ethan can begin to conquer more lands like Maku Peaks or even their capital if we can push on it, though they have a very high tier garrison, so that could be challenging. You helped Van Hal by plundering several of the Vampire Coast smuggling encampments and moored galleons along the coast, so the expedition quickly gained the attentions of the Pirate King's senior henchman. Alistair the Red still did not reveal himself, however. After interrogating, staking, and decapitating several of the vampire admirals sent against the expedition, Hertwig finally obtained the location of his target's hiding place, the Awakening, that's over to the east, an old coastal settlement of the dead, rumored to be the home to the Pirate King himself. And we have more technology completed for more money for me. Assembly line, 10% to industry. Okay, let's have a look at what else we can pick up. I could use more damage, or I could use more money. More money is always beneficial. Supply wagons are okay. They're not great. I would love to have enough money to help out with a few of my diplomatic missions, but we can't do that yet either. So for now, why don't we grab improved heavy weapons? Refined ore techniques create stronger steel, making for more durable blades and heavier weapon heads. We'll take that. Now, Captain General, let's go back We're going to head right over here and try to make it to Maku Peaks. Not bad at all. We're still at level 5 hostility. Now it's time for Markus to move down to Fort Westward, which thankfully at least has a bigger garrison than before. It's much larger. It could be even bigger than that. That would be great. Alright. Who else do we have? We don't really have too much else to move. Nope, and I don't have the money to build anything new, so we'll just go handle what we can. And Maddie, you better not attack me. I'll be quite angry with you. Oh, there's a lot of public order issues in New Marienburg. Well, I won't tax you for now. I'll leave you alone until you're upgraded. Freaking whiner. Jorg's gift. To Jorg's delight, he managed to fill a large crate with the materials he suggested. Dropping it before him, he scurried away, dragging the crate behind him while rambling about the brilliance of his plans and how much he will accomplish. A few days later, he emerges from his makeshift workshop, sweaty and beaming, proudly holding his latest invention. Who's got the sword of cane? Okay. It's just gonna kind of be jumbled over there. I got you. Now, we've got some new weapons like Scar. Scar would allow anyone to deal quite a bit of damage in melee combat, but we're gonna give it to Roderick for right now. That puts him at 556 for weapon strength. That's really high. It's a really good weapon for sure. I do not disagree with that at all. Now, what do we need to do for our good friend Grim? Okay, Grim, you want medicinal plants, marble, and exotic animals too. Well, that is truly a lot. You're trying to get so much from me right now. Alright. We just have to do a few more things for a few more characters. I think the easiest one would be to search some manner of ruins. Yeah, that's more likely than anything else, I think. I don't know what else we would be able to really pick up on. And we've also gained an amplifier, which amusingly, we have no way to utilize it because we don't really have any magic. But we now have Markus Wulfhart over in Fort Westward. He's doing fine over there. We've got another army close by. They've been trying to attack a variety of my small settlements, and they will probably take a few locations from me. I don't doubt that at all. That isn't really what I'm questioning. So now, we'll potentially wait here at Chotek's Causeway, or we could move over to Maku Peaks. It depends on where they're going to and what I can do to ambush one of them. So let's see what we can do out over here real quick. Ambush, 25%. I always forget. 45% chance. So you're not great at ambushing. I'll move him close by. There we are. Okay, let's get ready for a new fight. There we go. Once we beat him, we can move back up and finally finish a lot of what Mazdamundi has started. It took a long time to get here, but we're finally making it, and I'm trying to avoid any manner of rebellion back at our new locations up north. So it all hinges on our good buddy Markus Wulfhart for right now. Alright, Cholera, I'm going to give you Tempered Rigor because I want you to actually perform well in melee combat. You're not too bad at it, so we might as well use you in that endeavor. Okay, up here we could use better roads. 1,000 gold is all that I have right now. We've got a lot of locations that are currently very unhappy. We're bound to have a lot of rebellions, but that hostility issue is going to be down in 2 more turns. And we just get to go fight down here to go finally handle that freaking army. It's been harassing me for quite some time. I've beaten them many times before. I don't feel the need to do so again, but I will do so again because they're getting tougher units. I mean, they've got a Carnosaur, they've got more SARS units, so they are getting stronger progressively as I potentially get better units. What's your name? Propylene? That's a weird one. All right. A big fight. We've had nothing but big fights lately. It hasn't been a cakewalk. They've been putting up a very stiff resistance, and right now we've got our 2 favorite fighters fighting together again. I wonder what they're always doing together. Anyway, fighting for now. And that feral Carnosaur is on its way, or was on its way. Here comes the ancient Kroxigor, wading right in. Look at him, just swaying back and forth. Old Thickums here. Roderick said, "Haha, but I'm here. But now I have fallen." He was very heroic in his charge. So there we go. A feral Carnosaur on its way. Let's have a look at my units right now. We've got my Sons of the Wolf. We've got my Dracold's Patrol on the right flank. On the right flank, we also have our 2 cab units. While we have some garrison units moving in right now, like my Imperial Knights, who are about to get owned by a bunch of cold ones. These Kroxigors are here, but they're being hit by huntsmen who are close by. These huntsmen are delivering painful volleys at 67 damage. They can devastate anyone who's large. The Red Murder, my generic huntsman, at 53 damage. Don't tell them I said that. My Death Jacks are at 54 damage as well. My archers are only at 41. So you can understand why we just want to prolong any type of small melee battle that's happening out in the field, because my archers can just eviscerate and destroy and penetrate everything. There's not a damn thing on this field they can't penetrate with enough time. These two are fighting in melee. We're fighting some more Saurus warriors. There went ahead on one of them. She's fighting with 2 blades because she's damn cool. And she does look like... Okay, hold on. You're staggering. You were looking cool. Markus is helping out, though. All is well. Only at 5 kills right now. It just lets you know how insane Waystalkers are watching them fight. So elsewhere, here comes a large garrison. We're looking at Saurus spears, we're looking at those pterodons, but mostly it's the cold ones I'm worried about. My group of knights were defeated in combat. Here's another group of Empire knights who have taken a lot of damage. And as we go back to the field, we can see another net being used, another hunter snare. It seems to have a very low cooldown for what it is. And of course, again, we have Jorek Grimm kind of waiting close by. And he's actually doing okay there. He's gotten 23 kills. Here comes a group of Pterodon riders with Fire Leech bolas. And those can be all right. They can harass, they can bother, but they're not going to defeat. Go back to Avatar, you geeks. The cab is only close by. They don't have to flank right now. They're just taking their pot shots. They're just kind of like, okay, good. We don't have to actually die in combat or get chased by horrible creatures. You can just look at the sky and you can see why they're falling from the sky. There's so many arrows hitting them. Right over here, we've got some more Saurus spears, and we're finally ending this further advance by the children of the gods. There's only one god we're worried about. The one true Sigmar. Those of you who praise Ulrich, I understand, but for this expedition, we're a Sigmar crew. In the future, who knows? Boris Todbringer, he needs a bigger beard and mustache, in my view. It's the only mod that I need for good old Bori. Good old Toddy. We've won the battle, though. There's only a group of chameleon skinks left and a few units elsewhere, but that's it for them. What do you do at that point against such reckless accuracy? I'm telling you, everyone's going to go home decked out in full reptilian skin. Oh yeah, you like my shoes? They're Crocs. Crocs. Damn it. I can't finish the joke. That was a good shot. That was a beautiful shot. There's our witch hunter. Leave him alone. I love the way that Hertzwig here is just kind of walking down going, oh, here I go. Gotta go shoot a few things. Got a job to do. Covered in blood again. Take that. But that is it now. Now it's time to bring in the war wagon as we hunt down the last few skink cohorts. Can you make it, little buddies? Can you? No, it's over. A good battle won. We gained 1,600 gold. We took some damage, but now we can gain another 1,600 gold. Added on top of that. We finally beat them. Now we can move on to the front lines again. Opal Amulet, not bad. I can give it to someone, I'm sure. Hertwig Van Hal, you've been able to level up further. Let's bring you over here to Counter Striker. You do fight a melee. Not all the time, but you do have it happen. Alright, let's move over to the Temple of Manon. It's time for me to make my way over to the northwest and to really enhance any locations that are not that happy right now. We've got quite a few. Chotek's Causeway, you could use some love. Let's upgrade you into a village. Ethan Strider will defend your lands. The High Sentinel, you were attacked, but I doubt I can get you up there. Here's a timber mill. Even more money, 150 gold. Okay, let's end our turn now and get ready to hunt down more Lizardmen armies. And Elector plunges aid. All right. That means I'll be getting additional soldiers again. How many more am I going to get? I'm not complaining. It's just great. All right, we'll go over to the High Sentinel. Then we can go over to the Monument of the Moon, unless the Drowned take it, which they might. If they do take it, so be it. If they do not, well, I'll go after Lastikni.
What does the Emperor bid?
Okay, we still have a public order issue up north. There's not too much I can do about any of these situations right now until we can handle some of their public order problems. I'm saving up for a tap room over New Marienburg. That will take time as well. I'm not going to tax them because they might rebel. So let's see what we can do to finish off the forces of Mazda Mundi. We only have one more turn until we get some public order back, so that should at least help out for a short period of time. I mean, I'm going to be back up at level 5 in probably, like, what, a few turns? Markus Wulfhart, you're now strict. Hostility has finally gone away. Most of my lands are now feeling alright outside of the Fort Dawncall. Teclis has some land too that I want. The Wellspring of Eternity, I'll try to get that. I'm going to settle all these lands eventually once we take care of Mazda Mundi. That's when I'll go after every single one of them. Now, Captain General Ethan Strider. Is there an army? No, there's not an army over here that you need to worry about. Now, what we could do, we could always get rid of some artillery that I've gotten. And I could use my Hellblaster. I've got 2 war wagons. I like it too much. I like my format way too much to really do anything else with it. So let's come over here again and see. I can't quite fight. That's unfortunate. Chotek's Causeway, -12. Still quite unhappy. New Marienburg. You now have the money to build that tap room. I've been saving it just for you. We can't really tax yet. Monument of the Moon. A cheap location. Is it one of the ones that we need? Oh, it's been damaged. I don't want the Drowned to take it, so I think I'm going to go pop over there. They might come to the High Sentinel afterwards. We'll see. I'll take it. Oh, we need money to repair it, though. Oh, boy, I'm poor. All right, Markus Wulfhart. You're rank 27. You finally have the Hunter's Trap. We could replace the Hunter's Snare with the Trap. Okay, so we went from 11 seconds to twice that number, 22. Bears, orcs, Kroxigor. Prey size is not a hindrance to the Master Hunter. Indeed, true. So now we can begin to work on other abilities over here. I would love to reduce his overall upkeep, but we're not going to do that. I do want to eventually get more ammo and a few other upgrades, or even brass lungs, but for now, we're going to pick up other things like Inspiring Presence. I would like to increase the damage of my ranged units even further. Sure, my melee needed more, but if we deal even more damage with my ranged troops, maybe we can just kill them all. So in a turn, I'm hoping that we can go over to Maku Peaks, take that location, and just have Ethan bother all of them up north. I hope that the Drowned end up fighting this major army led by Lord Mazda Mundi to distract him so that I can conquer elsewhere. I don't know what happened to the Drowned. I believe they may have fought Mazda Mundi. Mazda Mundi moved away. There's a new army there. And I could go to Swamp Town, but I'd rather go over here to the Floating Pyramid. Let's move. Got some money. I can't repair everything. Oh, no, they're still around. All right. Well, we're still going to the Floating Pyramid. While we do that, we'll go to Maku Peaks. Now, how tough is it going to be? It's not really that big of a garrison. Not really worth fighting, is it? Though it did take out 2 groups of my spearmen. That's really shocking. We lost over 500 men. It's a lot. We'll do it in Occupy just to have a lot more money. My hostility's gone up to level 1 now. No one saw that coming. Okay, so we're going to build up our basic walls here. We're going to keep that money-making building. It's a lot. And I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to repair that wharf down here. Do I have money left to repair? I do. Cool. Okay, so we actually had enough money to get what I wanted. That was pretty nice. We're going to have a rebellion again over in the Forest of the Viper very soon. I could call it even a peace treaty for now, but I would rather get the Floating Pyramid than leave it alone, because I would love to colonize and actually expand a bit through that. Who's close by? The Vessels of Chaos. Oh, God. Get out of my lands, man. You're causing corruption. Okay. Captain General Ethan Strider. You've gotten a lot, my friend. Replenishment would be great, but I'm going to give you Quartermaster. Look at that money. 1,400 for income. We're finally earning some real money. Okay. I only have, what, 2 happy locations, and we need a lot of tap rooms to counter our public order issues. We will always have public order problems, so we need to try our best to handle those issues. We've got a lot of fragmented areas. How much do we own right now? We own quite a bit. It's just a few areas that we do not own. I might even have to destroy the New World colonies because they will never join me. Now, I'll show you why. Even though they kind of changed up the lore a little bit, these guys directly are not with the Empire. That's why we can't confederate. And a simple change should be made just because they seem to be more themed around the Empire than anything else. We're here for them, right? That was the whole reason for us coming out here, to protect them. So they're clearly from our lands, actually, and that just needs to be tweaked. To me, it might have been an oversight. Otherwise, why, spend our time trying to fight these guys? But I mean, if they want to take Swamp Town or whatever, go ahead, help out, do something, or at least take down rebellions. You know, that would be nice. But their army isn't too large. Well, they could have a full stack if they actually combined, but they haven't done that either. Clan Scryer, they're doing stuff too. Imminent rebellion. Oh, I'm well aware. We are now making 1,800 gold. That's a great amount. I would love to go search these ruins for cholera, but we need to go back to Chotek's Causeway. They might even go to Maku Peaks to retake it. If they do, so be it. But I'll be close by. I just have to take care of what's happening over in Chotek's Causeway. It's going to be a big rebellion. I want that tap room. I want another tap room. Got my roads in Mirror Pool. And now, I know that you want to attack the location, Army of Chaos, but it actually belongs to me, so you can get away. A small garrison. Now, I'm going to occupy it. I want it in good shape. I've killed an enemy leader. Hostility has gone up to level 2. The mandate has finally progressed. The expedition has increased its level of acclaim. Right. So now we're at what? Vanquishers of Evil. I get elite Imperial supplies now. I've unlocked the Menagerie and Foundry buildings. Lizardmen hate me more. That's why we're fighting Mazamundi up here. I'm very glad no one's been trying to fight me elsewhere for right now, but of course now that I've said that, they probably will. Okay, here we go. Tempered Rigor. Such a great ability. Plus 12 to melee defense and melee attack. She's at 73 melee attack and 60 melee defense. She is just a juggernaut. Roderick Langui. We're giving you Blade Shield. It's a shame that you don't have a mount. That would be quite handy. But anyway, Jorik Grimm. You can help me make more money from trade. But I would rather you cause my army to deal more damage. Now we're at plus 7%. So let's have a look. Lustrian Trackers, 51, 35 for my Drakewald's patrol. My archers, my Deathjacks are at 41. My Bamberg group, they're all right. They're okay. They're at what, 33? You can see that my infantry isn't that great. In one more turn, we're about to get improved heavy weapons for better weapon strength for them. That's fine. We've got what we need. Look at how much I own now. It's awesome. It's good stuff. I don't need a rally field. I don't need any way to recruit out here. And Chaos, I might even have to hunt you down. No, I'm going to leave them alone. They're going to go die against Mazamundi, and I'm okay with that. All right. So now that we're out here, we just need to kind of wait and get some money. And I could have that peace treaty now. See, if I had it now, that means we're just not attacking their capital or Swamp Town. We'll see. More raids against the Empire. They have issues every single day. So what are we going to do for them? Diverted funds. I'm going to pick up cut military budget. Will help out Ostermark. I know about this event. I've already read it, so we'll just do that right away. It's a Gorbel who's hunting after me, or Markus Wulfhart. Okay, so we finished that. What are we going to pick up now? It's going to be something that's going to be able to enhance our finances at least a little bit. We haven't run into the elves yet, so I'm not worried about that either. Imperial University, there's some recruit ranks. We've got some decent things out here. Ooh, income from iron and gold mines. Income from industry would go up. So let's go pick up the Engineers Guild. I probably should have gotten that early on. That would put me at 120% for research rate. Being able to share acquired knowledge among your peers can only lead to better results all around. Okay. What do we have over here? A village. That is true. All right. I suppose what we could do, we could make our way over to Swamp Town. I think Chaos might burn it down. I wish they wouldn't. But they're rude like that. Chotek's Causeway, here's your guardhouse. You're still making me money. There's a better tavern for you. We're just trying to make sure that they have some public order. We need them to have more public order, a lot more. Now, I would love to go search the Monument of the Sun. There you go, buddy. Rebellion imminent, though. Well, I didn't actually look at that before. But if they want to come out, let them come out. I'll deal with them. Darn it, I was hoping to be able to move down. Maku Peaks is making me a lot of money at already over 600 gold. Gold that I really do need right now. Well, if you're going to rebel... No, it's at -5 because he's there. What about if I do that? Okay, well, then they will rebel. All right, so I'll just have to be patient. I'm not being patient, but I will have to be. Every other location I have right now, let's see. Like over here, the jungles of Hahu Alaksa. They're doing fine. The creeping jungle, somehow stable for once. All right, let's pick up over here, Imperial Taxation. What about the Scorpion Coast? +4 to public order. We'll pick up Imperial taxation again just to make a touch more money. We're still trying to unite provinces. We moved Markus Wulfhart closer to Swamp Town. They came out, they defeated that Chaos Army. The Chaos Army burned down Swamp Town. Now they're fighting me, Markus Wulfhart. So we have another battle to fight. If we beat them here, we'll have a break from them. Then Marcus could recuperate and go after their capital, and we could finally get rid of Mazda Mundi. You're about to watch the most fearsome battle I've had to engage in my entire campaign. I know it's really saying a lot, but they caught me off guard in how terrible and awful this battle would be for us. The losses we would endure, the men who would give their lives. Lord Mazda Mundi floats on by, that terrible lizard. He's been a blight upon us. Every time we wound him, he's back so quickly. And he moves now towards our formation. We are strong when it comes to our ranged damage, but really where we're weak is when it comes to melee damage. They get those enhancements, and my infantry have no chance pretty much no matter what they do, so I've got to rely on my one strength. And so in the very beginning, we wait on this hill, infantry holding the line. There's two different directions that they're coming into. These mighty volleys are able to destroy them. There's only two groups over here. I mean, I wasn't fully aware about how many they were bringing in right away. They, again, just caught me off guard at the sheer tenacity of their assault. There's one net keeping their Kroxigors back. You can see where my leaders are right now. On the front lines, 1,200 damage from Markus Wulfhart. He hits like a truck. Cholera's at over 1,000 damage. All of my leaders are on the front lines, and now we're just waiting for them to come to attack us. This Fire Leech Bolas from their Pterodons are terrible. And here we have close by my wagons just shooting while Kroxigors move in and Ripperdactyls move in. I was hoping and planning on changing up my entire army after we finished off Mazda Mundi, but I might not have a choice soon. I might have to really think about what I want to use in these battles. There's Cholera being attacked by Ripperdactyls. Kroxigors are close by too. But that isn't the only one. There's not just two armies here. There's three. A third one I did not see. I knew that they had a lot, but I thought they were all together already, so I thought I was already dealing with all of their numbers, but no. From the jungle, they slowly begin to move with their sacred Kroxigors, with all of their strength and might. If we look at them right now, those Kroxigors are at 120 weapon strength. They're very powerful. So we go back to the front lines to witness what's unfolding right now, so let's have a good look. Over here, 124 missile damage, 112 for my Death Jacks because of ballistics calibration. That gave everyone so much more damage to utilize. And so it's really thanks to Jorg that we were able to destroy whatever they had here. But again, once they began to mix it up, we had a hard time. If we were fighting from only one direction, I think it would have helped a little bit, but it also would have still just been quite difficult. There was just too many of them. So we only had one choice the entire time, to kill these Ripperdactyls. It's really the Ripperdactyls that throw me for a loop because they counter my entire build. Sterling's Patrol, they fight too, just shooting into the ranks of these Saurus warriors. We're trying to unleash everything into them so that we can actually break through somehow. So that we can destroy all of these blasted units of theirs. Roderick is holding back these secret Kroxigors, but they are never really that interested in him. He's quite durable. He hits hard, but not hard enough for them to even care that much. And there's another Slan close by. It's not like they just had one, they had multiple Slan. Elsewhere, some halberds moved too far. They're being hit by skinks now. We're still keeping these Ripperdactyls solidly in place while we let our leaders shoot at them. Marcus is now fighting one of these warriors. It's a formal engagement. A Stikni. We're about to annihilate all of their leaders if we win this battle. If we can do this battle, if we can somehow find a way, we'll have killed many of their leaders. So now all of my archers are moving to one direction. We have my artillery that's currently hitting them hard. Now let's look at what they have. I didn't know this until later. They had two ancient salamanders. I've been so used to fighting their armies, I did not anticipate having more and new elites to really deal with. But ancient salamanders came in. These devious, slimy creatures working together to annihilate my formations. The damages were felt immediately. The skinks are now moving in. They're continuing to lob their missiles into my formations where we are now low on arrows. You can look at a few of my units. Sure, it looks like plenty, but trust me, we're low. My Death Jacks are nearly out. My huntsmen, the most important part of my force, they're out. They've been hit by that salamander. And here they come. We've killed one enemy lord, that one Slan. They've got many other leaders that are harder to hit. Slan are one thing, they're large. You can see where my infantry is just limited in number. Now these patrolmen are still trying to shoot at these Saurus warriors who are advancing towards our flank. We're trying to reorganize all of our infantry right now. If I had known how bad it was going to be, I thought maybe we had a chance to annihilate them quickly, but no, these sacred Kroxigors crashed on what was left of our men. And we have so few men left. And it was really the ancient salamanders. What I would have done differently. I could have made a different choice. I would have just had Markus focusing on those leaders, but they had so many leaders here. Let's have a brief look here. We've got Saurus warriors, sacred Kroxigors. We've got one priest, red-crested skinks. Elsewhere, we have another group of sacred Kroxigors, another priest, an old blood, more skinks again, and over here, another Scar veteran. So it's not like they had any lack of leaders. So they were hitting us every single where. And even my wagons, they had to move in to help out too. No ammunition left. We were out of ammunition. We fought the tide. Everyone tried their best here today. And that's really all that I can ask of them. They gave their lives for a better cause. Even huntsmen had to charge in melee. They're not meant for that. They've got some enhancements for it, but they're not meant for that. And I do try my best the entire time to get Markus to shoot at them, but you can see two of their leaders already attacking us while I'm making him attack these sacred Kroxigors. While that's going on, my patrolmen, they're having to get together with whatever ammo they have left so that they can shoot these sacred Kroxigors. Like that. Let's go look at the damage that's about to be done to one of these ancient salamanders, hopefully soon. That was a solid hit. 178, 168. So now I know it was these creatures who were able to destroy my poor infantrymen. They're so good. They're very powerful. They're now charging in. Most of my infantry are dead. There's only small pockets of men left. And we had no limit on the monstrous creatures that we've had to deal with today. Tails swiping, mauls gaping and clamping. I promise you, though, Master Mundi's going to lose it all. We're not going to permit these men to die. The butchers, man, they lost a lot of their good soldiers. The Sons of the Wolf were inevitably wiped out in this fight. You can see one running away. Many of them are now beginning to break, finally. This was a battle that has been unfolding for quite some time. You can see shots just landing on an ancient salamander. 178, 178, nearly 200 killed. We never deal with losses like that because we can't afford losses like that. And it slithers away, making it away. Which really and truly does anger me. I wanted that beast killed. Completely wiped out. There it goes. So while that's going, there's still one that's left. One that's still landing a few shots. Right over here. 176 kills. While that's going on, everyone's just trying to muster up the strength to fight what's left of their sacred Kroxigors. And again, here comes another shot by Markus with his lower cooldown. Completely annihilating that creature. I just wanted to show you the damage. I usually show you close-ups, but I wanted to show you the damage that was able to output. See, I really wish it did have pure numbers. I would be interested to know the numbers on when I use certain things. But anyway, we won the battle. Now we spend our time hunting down their leaders. Here's one. You can see the ones who are fleeing over here, though. These are the ones that I'm currently hunting down. That one's got to go. And it's dead. Here's another one that's got to go. No one gets to live today. And dead. We've done it. We've won the battle. Good job, men. Your sacrifices will not be in vain. We'll need a name for this battle. It was a bloody one. A Pyrrhic victory. That battle nearly wiped us out. We nearly lost it. It was very close. I was running out of men. My infantry just cannot keep up. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do for my infantry forces. Unfortunately, we lost some very heroic men. The Sons of the Wolf, Helmgart's boys, Forgotten Spears. Marshall's Butchers, the first company, lived. The other two were wiped out. I lost pretty much all of my infantry in that battle. We managed to win, but my god, was it challenging. So, I've got to rebuild now. I was going to rebuild all of my armies, or at least reformat them after the wars were done here, but I don't know if I have that opportunity. I think because of my high replenishment, we should be okay. I might even just rebuild Swamp Town and like camp out there. But we are indeed going to call it here. I want to thank all of you for watching. Do leave a like down below. That was a really awful battle. Not in terms of just whether or not I enjoyed it. I was actually caught off guard by the third wave. After wave 2, I was like, no, I'm done. But it doesn't matter how much damage I deal. I don't have the ammo to deal with a fight that long. We're great at quick fights, but that was a longer one, which is where they really thrive. We killed how many of their... Oh my god, look at how many we killed. And they had so many heroes too. It's not like they just had like 1 or 2. They had every hero possible. It was pretty nuts. All right, so we just need to move. If you want to come out here and fight now, finally, New World Colonies, then feel free to do so. I'm going to come over here to Swamp Town and colonize. That belongs to me. That was rough as hell. Now, I know that she wants me to search, but then I wouldn't be able to settle it. I need to be able to settle now. So we're doing that now so that we can replenish, which, again, thankfully is happening quickly. So for Markus Wulfhart, we're going to give him something new. I'm going to begin to work on my units now. It's time. So there is Inspiring Presence. I'll need to get Hold the Line later for that extra +5 to melee defense for my melee units. And Hertwig Van Hal is ranked 19, so we're going to give him something new too. He's been pretty beneficial. I'm going to go give him... more money would be nice for sure. 15%. Anyway, silver bullets for you. You need to shoot. You're going to deal more damage. And while we're here, we can finally use all these new halberds. Done. Okay, not only new halberds, we're probably going to grab these great swords too, because we need all the infantry that we're able to utilize. As far as my regiments of renown, I'm going to find a way to incorporate them, potentially in my other army. I don't really need them just yet. They're very expensive. I just need to make sure that I have infantry, and I do finally have a lot of infantry. So we're going to name these boys in honor of those who were lost. The Butchers are here. They're still fighting strong. I feel like I would even promote them to freaking great swords, you know, like they've done so well. Now, we nearly lost one of my favorite units in a game. I wish I could like keep track of their individual kills because they are so good at what they do. I will potentially end up getting these in my army just by getting rid of Roderick and potentially Hertwig. Those two will go join our other army led by the Captain General. And now we can come over here and get rid of... See, I left 2 slots just for them.
Close in and kill.
It's a very easy vampire army to destroy, so that's gone now. Awesome. Now we just need to march back. Let's go into the mirror pool of Tapak just to get that public order up. Plus the 11 is much better. Okay, he's at rank 14. We'll put a point into quartermaster. Look at that. We're now making over 2,000 per turn. I've got a new settlement upgrade. I need to use my gold for a little while to upgrade all of these unhappy locations. I haven't had the money to do that, but now I do. So let's see here. For Hawks, we can't rebuild that yet, so we're just going to grab a village, upgrade that one. And well, actually, you know what? We'll have to for now. Let's just grab a tap room wherever we can throw one. The Creeping Jungle is pretty unhappy right now, so what could we use over here? More campaign movement sounds great. But what else would be beneficial? It depends if they like allow me to have a nice addition to my garrison, like a Bright Wizard. A Conclave could be nice. Sure. Again, whatever that just kind of like provides an additional garrison, because that location is going to be dealing with a lot of garbage. So we have our rally field. Do we need one here? I've got one back at home. I could always get rid of the one back at home because the one that we have will probably be used more. So we'll just get rid of the one back in Wohlfahrt's Landing for now and grab some other building. And we'll try to save up money, but leave a like here. Look forward to more tomorrow. And as always, until then.